Let's see what we got going on here real quick before I exit and go live. All right. I'm not fucking with you. This is whoa. Okay. We'll just edit that part out. I guess that's one of the benefits of going live, right? You just turn on something else and all of a sudden that pops up. But anyway, it says welcome to our live show. Cool. All right. So what I want to get on here real quick, and I have a song. Uh, what brought this up? Let me go. All right. So I don't know if I'll get in charge. I don't know if I'll get charged for. I think it's like copyright. But one thing that I wanted to talk about today was I had a good conversation with my brother Dorian. We were listening to this song, and it's called "Set," right? And the song "Set" is Big June. It's off of Big June's album, and it has Damu, Tiny Do, Gucci Monster, um, Lil CS, J.O. Felony, right? Southeast represent. Okay. So the thing is for me is when I was talking to him with my brother, we were lifting weights and stuff. I said one of the verses that really stood out. I love all of it, right? Especially when you represent Southeast San Diego. I don't care if it's blue, red, green, gray, doesn't matter. Um, but you know, now that we're in our 40s going into our 50s, we look at music a little bit different, right? We treat our lifestyle a lot different. And what I was thinking of when I was talking to him, you know, I said, you know, Lil CS, he heard Lil CS's bar. And Lil CS, he's originally from East Dago mob, right? And I grew up in Southeast, right? And I always represent Southeast San Diego, but there was a point in time where I was living in East San Diego. And so Lil CS, I'm very familiar with his music. And one of the things that Lil CS said in this bar now on the song called Set, of course, he's a lot older and stuff. And so what I want to get to is this. Um, there's a verse that he talked about in this song, and he says, and be patient and never get complacent. You evolve or dissolve. Those are choices that you face with. And when he said that, I was like, man, that right there stood out to me big time. And the reason why, and I'm going to talk about that. Um, oh, you can't hear me. Oh, shoot. Wait, can you hear me? I want to make sure I just saw a chat right now. Anyway, I'm doing this more for a recording, but let me know if you can hear me. Dexter Holiday, 3154. Let me know just real quick, because if you can't hear me, then oh shoot. Anyway, I got the song playing in the background. Um, but wait, I can't keep going. We can't hear you. Just kidding. You can't throw me off like that, man. Okay, cool. Here he says right here. So he's rapping right now, but I probably have to blur this part out later because of copyright. But I just want you guys to hear it real quick. Now, of course, it's a little bit faster, right? But thing is that what I like what he said about that is he was just like, don't be complacent, right? You got to be patient. If you want results in life, you just got to be patient, right? But don't just sit there and just wait and hope for things to come. Right now, I'm gonna just kind of take that message that he was talking about, and I'm gonna just interpret it in my own words, or just kind of put it in my own words. Because a long time ago, when I was on this weight loss journey of trying to lose, you know, all the weight that I could at the time, I was just impatient, very impatient. I'm just like, can this weight come off of me as soon as possible? Right. It took a long time for the weight to come on, but I'm trying to rush the weight loss. Right. And the thing was, I kept making more and more mistakes because I was impatient. And then from there, it was like, okay, now that I'm impatient, I kept having more setbacks. I kept having more struggles. Why? Simply because of the fact that I was impatient. I'm trying to rush the process. I'm trying to find a quick fix. I'm trying to find the fastest way, the easiest way to lose the weight that I wanted to. So when I'm listening to Lil CS, of course, he's in, you know, he's in real estate, he's in stock, right? He's an investor. So he's all about making that money. Now we could put that same message and put it in a different field. You want to make money, got to stay patient, right? But don't be complacent. Don't just sit there and just be like, well, I'm, you know, doing the same old stuff. That's being complacent, right? And so he's like, be patient. If you grind and be patient, it's going to come. You just got to be patient, but don't be complacent. And I was like, man, that just hit. It hit in all aspects. And then he said, you evolve or dissolve. Those are choices that you face with, right? So as we keep learning, right? As I lost 130 pounds, that's not the end all be all. I'm not like, okay, cool. I can put my feet up, relax. You know what I'm saying? I already know what to do. No, I want to keep learning. I want to keep evolving. What else can I do to help and serve other people? Yes, I've lost 130 pounds. I've dropped over 32% body fat. But if I'm going to help people, there's always going to be things that are new coming out, right? You hear about back in the days, it was slim fast, ultra slim fast. And then it was weight loss pills and there's super fat burners. Now we're in the injection phase now, right? So all these other things are evolving and a lot of them aren't good for you. Okay. Just because they're evolving doesn't mean that it's good for you. But what I'm saying is this: as I've been very successful on my weight loss journey, on my health journey, on my fat loss journey, I continue to evolve in different areas: mindset, habits, daily routine, making sure that when I'm getting up in the morning, I don't know what just happened there. When I'm getting up in the morning and I have a whole new blank canvas, right? A whole new day of opportunity. I don't want to just dissolve. I want to continue to evolve. What else can I learn? What else can I do? Who else can I serve? Right. And as I keep serving people and helping people and make sure that I'm making sure that I'm taking care of people when it comes to their health, their habits, their mindset, their lifestyle, I got to keep learning too. But if I'm like, well, I just do the same old stuff every day and things keep evolving, then I'm just sitting in the back. Right. And then eventually, as things continue to evolve, I get lost in the shuffle and now I'm pretty much forgotten about. So the message that I want to make clear to you guys is like Lil CS said it best. He said, be patient and never get complacent. You evolve or dissolve. Those are choices that you face with. He's right. Those are the only two choices that we're faced with, right? You either evolve or dissolve. 50 Cent said it in his book, the book Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. He said, evolve or die. Okay. It's reality. We're listening to people who put the message out there, who've been on a successful journey, whether it's in money, whether it's in health, whether it's in relationships, whether it's in credit, right? We could talk about that too, right? People have bad credit, they end up getting phenomenal credit. How do they do that? They didn't dissolve, they didn't just stay complacent, they had to evolve, but they also had to be patient. So you always want to be on the side of evolving, but at the same time being patient. Don't try to rush the process. When I was losing the weight, when I lost the 80 pounds in 1 year, I had to be patient, right? Because I kept trying to rush it, but I kept falling back. I had to be patient. So now what do? I apply the steps that I've learned from the past and make sure that I'm patient with it. And let's just say right now, for example, if I wanted to lose 10 to 15 pounds in the next 3 months, I know exactly what to do because I learned from the past of staying patient, but also evolving. Continue to learn. Okay, cool. I know what I know about nutrition, I know about fasting, I know about workouts. This is going to definitely help me. Cool. If you're going to learn about finance, if you're going to learn about how to save more money, how to invest money, you want to evolve. You want to start learning from as many places as you can, right? We have AI now giving us information and help and insight. And that's evolving faster than humans can, right? So it's like take that opportunity and learn that. Get on that train and say, okay, what can I do to evolve? Because I don't want to dissolve. And people who are dissolving, those are the one that complain the most. Those are the one that try to blame you and shame you and complain about you because you're evolving. They're dissolving. You don't see two people evolving together and they're hating on each other. You see two people evolving and they help each other. That's the field that I'm in. That's the city I want to be in. Okay. And I want you guys to be in that same city. So when Lil CS was talking about evolve or dissolve, those are choices that you face with. Think about that on a daily basis. Let that bar sit with you because this sits with me a lot now, especially when I was talking to my brother Dorian about it. I was like, dude, to me, yes, I love all the bars that all the rappers was talking about on that song. Love them all, respect them all. I was like, but that bar stood out to me the most out of that whole song because that's we're older now. We're adults, man. Like I was talking to one of my best friends yesterday, and it was just like we ain't talking about going to the club all the time and drinking and VIP and bottles and popping. Nah, right? We got to evolve. We have kids. Some of us have grandkids, right? So it's just like we got to keep evolving. We got to keep learning because we don't want to dissolve and we don't want to stay complacent. So, as I continue to speak about this, I just wanted to drop that little tip for you guys and say, look, like take some of these bars. I don't know what's going on in my life. It's a huge distraction, but take some of these bars that people are saying, and apply that to your life if you can. I just got a message from one of my clients, and she was asking if I can add a little bit more to her routine, right? To her workout routine. She's like, I love what you set for me now, but I want more. That's evolving, right? Because she doesn't want to stay complacent. She's evolving. So what is that going to do? That's going to help her. Sorry about that, guys. That's going to help her mentally and physically, right? And then in turn, that's going to help other people as well, because she is starting with her first. It started with me, and now I'm helping other people. It starts with you, and now you're able to help other people. So dissolving and staying complacent won't be able to help other people. You're going to be on that side of blaming, shaming, and complaining. Instead, be on that side of winning and giving and making an impact on so many other people just by you evolving. Okay. Now I want to break it down a little bit more when it comes to evolving. What does that consist of? For health side, I want to talk about the health simply because that's what I specialize in as a coach. When it comes to health, diets, they come and go. Okay. We go on a diet, we go off of a diet. Now that I learned more about, intermittent fasting from different doctors. My wife introduced me to different doctors that are on YouTube that I was listening to and watching and paying attention to. Now that I've learned it, now that I've learned it, sorry about that, I had to apply it. And now that I've applied it, I got to make sure that I'm staying consistent with it. And as I'm staying consistent with it, I have to make sure that I'm patient. Okay. I can't watch this video about intermittent fasting all of a sudden and then apply it for 2 days and be like, well, it's not working. Guess I'm gonna just go try something else. No, that's not being patient. Okay. And then what happens is when you start to rush the process, or if I was rushing the process, let's just say if I was trying to rush the process and I didn't see anything in 2 days, now I'm complacent again. I don't want that. I don't want people to go through that. Okay. So what's happening is that in turn, people are still looking for that quick fix, trying to rush the process. You have to be patient. You're doing those injectables, you're trying to hurry up and lose the weight very quickly. What ends up happening is that it starts to go back on you, right? The weight starts to come back on. If it doesn't come back on the same amount of weight that you've lost, some people put double the weight back on because they didn't stay patient. They didn't apply those daily habits, stay patient with it, and just yield the results that are coming in. It's just like, I got to hurry up and do it. I got to hurry up and do it. No, got to stay patient. Okay. So with fasting, intermittent fasting, I learned about it. I apply it. I stay consistent with it. And then I started to see the results. I started to feel the results. I started to feel better. I started to feel more energetic, right? Nutrition, not diets, nutrition, macronutrients, micronutrients. I learned about that. Okay, cool. If I take in micronutrients from my gut health, vitamins, minerals, and fibers, cleaning out the toxins in my body, and then making sure that I'm giving my body the macronutrients for the external proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. Great. Now I could build the external. If I'm working out fasted, cool. I'm using stored body fat in order for me to perform the exercise, knowing that I'm not trying to be the strongest guy in the gym. Cool, fine. And now I just got to be consistent, be patient, not be complacent. So I'm evolving. So now that I'm evolving and learning and applying, I won't be back in that dissolving phase of life. And I'm starting to see the results because I stayed patient. And now I know what to do exactly for the rest of my life now because I developed those habits on a daily basis. So my message to you is don't rush the process. Number one, be patient, like Lil CS said, right? Don't be complacent. And then just continue to evolve. And I know a lot of people go, well, yeah, that's easy to say, but you don't know what my lifestyle is like. I understand everybody's lifestyle is different. That's what makes it cool, though, because now you have different people with different lifestyles, and we all have a challenge that we want to be able to face. And what do we do from that? We hit those challenges, we learn, we may have minor setbacks, but we continue to go and we continue to grow and we continue to evolve. You don't evolve by just having everything handed to you. You don't evolve by just sitting back and waiting for things to come. That whole model of good things come to those who wait, I think a lot of people just took that and just was like, well, I'm just going to wait to see what happens. No, player, you still got to evolve, but be patient. And as you become patient, things will come towards you, but you got to keep putting in the work. And I'm guilty of that, right? I know a lot of people who I know personally, a lot of people who I know in the professional world of whether it's wrestling, whether it's speaking, whether it's coaching, whether it's fitness, whatever it may be. A lot of people know right now that I want to get out there and do more public speaking. I want to be able to speak at conferences, expos. I want to speak in front of thousands of people and share my story. And the thing is that I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get out there. And I'm like, I'm starting to feel like this caged animal that wants to get out there and speak to thousands of people about my story, being able to put an impact on them, help them with their health and wellness, with their mindset, their habits. But I find myself becoming impatient because I'm so ready to get out there and speak in front of thousands. Right. And I do appreciate the opportunity when I do speak in front of people, even if it's in a small group right now, or if it's on the camera, or if it's on my phone, whatever it may be. But I find myself guilty at times of being impatient because I really want to go out there and I want to be able to speak to thousands. And I complain about that sometimes. I'm like, gosh, I just want to get out there, but I feel like this caged animal that can't get out there. And I know that I want to get out there one day and make an impact. And people will tell me, your day will come, Tony. Your day will come. And I'm like, I know, but I'm trying to hurry. Well, what if I'm trying to hurry and it doesn't, it doesn't work out? Right. Or I end up hurrying and rushing it and then I flop. That's on me. I have nobody else to blame but me. So once again, I got to apply it to myself too. Okay. I got to be patient. But at the same time, I know I'm not complacent. I'm not just sitting here just waiting for the opportunity to come. But I know that practicing on a daily basis, whether it's speaking in public, small groups, speaking on the microphone here, speaking on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, speaking to people at the gym, right? There's people asking questions. Hey, man, what about this workout here? What about, weight loss and fat loss? What's the difference, right? Speaking to them, one-on-one, that's still evolving, right? So even if it's considered small to some other people, when it comes to your body, if you're like, oh, I'm only losing a pound or two a week, you're still going, you're still evolving, you're not dissolving. Okay. You're not just sitting there just hoping, but you continue to evolve. And so I think, of course, I'm repeating this message and putting it out there, but I just want people to understand that let this hit you in a way of where it's like, you know what? Yeah, I need to stop trying to rush the process. And I'm not going to be complacent, but I just want to make sure that I'm not rushing the process. I know that it will come in due time as long as I continue to put in the work, as long as I continue to evolve, right? With my nutrition, with my fasting, with my workouts, with my time, with my sleep, staying hydrated, making sure that I'm taking in good information, not just all this bad fear mongering stuff, but also got to take in good information because that's going to help me set the tone of the day. And then if I keep my body active instead of just sitting, hoping for things to come or waiting for a specific person to bring in all the good things, we're going to dissolve. Okay. Or like 50 Cent said, we're going to die, right? Just sitting there waiting. So my message to you is like Lil CS said, get out there, create those daily habits that are literally going to help you stay consistent, right? It's going to help you evolve and it's going to help you get the results that you've been looking for. I'm guilty of it as well, but it's going to help you in the long run if you continue to practice those daily habits, mindset, nutrition, fasting, workouts, hydration, having that positive mental attitude, surrounding yourself with people who have that same like-minded type of thoughts and execution. That really means a lot too, because a lot of people could just talk, but the execution isn't there. So then it's just noise. But the thing is this, it's like, make sure that you are surrounding yourself with those people so you guys can evolve together. It is a lot harder to do it by yourself, but if you surround yourself with other people who are like-minded and can do that same thing, you can evolve together. It's going to make the journey, number one, a lot more fun. Number one, a lot more motivational, right? At times it'll be motivational for each other. And it's also going to be something that you guys can enjoy together. And then as a team, make an impact on more people. We start as students and then we become leaders. But how do we do that? We have to sit here first, be patient, never be complacent, and we just continue to evolve. Okay. So just wanted to let you guys know about that real quick, drop a quick little message. I don't really have a closeout or anything of that nature, but it's good to be back on this microphone. And hopefully this can resonate with you. If you guys have any questions, send me a DM on Instagram. That's all I got to say for you guys. All right. And another thing, just want to give a shout out real quick. Happy birthday to my nephew, Jake. Much love, dog. Let's get it. Yeah, that.